Do I have your attention? Good. Because this guy's full of shit. Now I know what you're thinking. What a fantastic intro. This guy's got to follow this up with something, chef's kiss. The reality is that I'm going to be debunking this guy's videos, and the hook was what you just saw. Stick with me. I'm going to show you what's wrong with this guy's videos, show you where he did all his editing, and then tell you how he made his ghost videos. And then by the end of it, if you're still not satisfied and you want to, scuttle on without subscribing, then that's your prerogative. But subscribe. Come on. It's going to be kind of cool. So I'm going to get into it. Okay, so today we're diving into the mysterious and controversial story of the TikTok user, The Willow Project. This creator has gained a lot of attention for his 32 videos detailing his experiences with a strange and unsettling object, which is a tiny sarcophagus he claims to have found on a friend's newly acquired property. The saga begins with a video where he described the bizarre and terrifying events that followed his discovery. According to him, his life took a dramatic turn after bringing the sarcophagus home. In one video he explains,
"Hey everyone, as you are all aware, I've been experiencing a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm terrified every single day. I never experienced something like this ever in my life, and to be honest with you, before all this, I did not believe in the paranormal, not one bit."
He goes on to share how these events have impacted him, describing sleepless nights, reoccurring nightmares, and unexplained disturbances in the home. He mentions moving objects, doorknobs turning on their own, and lights flickering, all of which started after he brought the sarcophagus into his home. So what sets the Willow Project apart from other paranormal claims is his candid, almost confessional tone. He openly admits his confusion and fear, saying things like,
"I don't know what it is. A lot of you say it's either a demon or a jinn or a friendly ghost."
He even addresses his audiences directly, asking for advice, like,
leave in the comments whether if I should do a YouTube channel, leave in the comments whether I should unwrap the mummy or just burn it, or what should I do with the mummy. For one thing, I don't know what to do with the mummy, so please give me any suggestions of what I need to do with this mummy.
It's clear that he's grappling with what to do to the audience. To me, no. But at one point he does mentioning considering burning the sarcophagus, moving to his grandparents' house, or even starting a YouTube channel to document everything in more detail. So this mix of apparent personal vulnerability, mysterious circumstances, and audience interaction has drawn a lot of attention. But in reality, it's all bullshit, and here's how I can tell you that. Okay, we're gonna start with this video. Seems like the best video to start with. I still have annotation, just so you know, or the telestration. Okay, so essentially what we're looking at here, I'll let you play, I'll let you watch it. Okay. So obviously there's a string here. He's pulling it towards this direction, and he wants you to believe that there's no string, so when the string becomes painfully visible, he just hides it behind the glitch. Let's wait for it. Like, look right here. Watch. See that spot? That shadow? Right there? That's the string. That's the shadow of the string. It's right there. It's on display. Oops. He just hopes that you're not noticing it. See it? You're gonna want to look right in this inside this range, right near the handle, right here. Right, okay, whatever, right there. There you go. And it pulls out the rest of the way. Woohoo. There's the string. That's the first video. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, let's try to go through this really quickly. So, first off, this is a high school project.
Let's take a closer look. But
like,
I will admit,
it's not even like a mummy thing. It's like a Barbie doll that somebody's built a plaster over top of. You know what I mean? So like that alone gives it away that it's not antique because you got Barbie in there. But he opens it up and he says that it smells bad. Problem is that this whole package that he's got here is literally just somebody's like taken like a rose box and then built this thing around it. It's like painted cardboard, like practically paper mache. He pulls out this note here, and when he opens the note to reveal what's inside of it, it's lined paper with a ballpoint pen drawing of the Eye of Horus, or Ra, or the fuck he called it. But later on in the video, in the background, this part of this part shows that the door is like opening and closing. See, it's opening and closing on its own, and like the lights were flickering on and off. And he's trying to trick you into believing that this is two separate videos, but what he's done is he's just done a composite shot right here and used the line of the door frame or the hallway frame to obfuscate the cut. And then he's just tried to, all he had to do was just paint out this part of the video rather than the whole friggin' side. And then his arm, as his arm comes over here, if you go frame by frame, there's a specific moment that it's almost imperceptible because it's the exact moment that he chooses right there. This is the exact moment that he chooses to stop the cut. So the door opening and closing is at a different point in time, and all he's done is he's just kept his camera positioned in the exact same place. He's done his little tomfoolery back there recording one scene, and then he comes back into frame and then he records himself going through this whole thing, and he doesn't know when the door opens. He didn't check the timing. So as he's explaining this, the reason why he's trying to take off his gloves in such an awkward, deliberately slow fashion is to pad the runtime to make sure that the two clips line up. But the thing is that right at the moment that he switches from one to the other is right there, because his arm gets cut off in the composite. So there's one smoking gun debunked, in my opinion, because I can see it. I hope you can see it. So let's go on to the next clip. It's this video that I want you to see because I haven't found another version of this video. So yeah, so the cupboard door opens, but I want to bring your attention to a specific frame in this video. That's not what's important. What's important is this. You see the problem here? Now watch later. He gets to about here. Actually, I want to... Right about here. We're going forward right now. Like frame by frame. You see the cupboard doors are open. This isn't the beginning of the video again. Right there. See how the sound keeps going too? The sound goes too far, and when the video switches from one frame to another, right there. Look at that. Look at how garbage that is. So normally I would take a video like this and I would see this glaring editing failure, and then I would absolutely just say, well, the rest of your videos are absolutely bunked just based on how poorly you edited this one, so we can just write off the whole channel. But something about that didn't seem as fun as I could make it. And so a small YouTuber to a small YouTuber, I'm going to debunk every one of your videos. Let's go to the next one. My whiteboard is broken, so you're going to have to suffer with my mouse movements. Okay, so the video shows him going through here and the ball comes out and then bounces back into the bathroom, and then he goes into the back of the bathroom. It's all one continuous uncut video all the way up to a specific point, but I want you to to notice. So he shows the door handle moving, and then he backs up to give himself some time. He like does this because on the TikTok video, this is where the video cut, and he didn't have to give up the ghost so early. But he goes to open the door, and in the process of opening the door, I might have paused it too early. He waits a couple seconds, and then he brings the phone up to here with no reason. First off, you have your phone in your hand like this, and then you go and you open the door. Why would you put your phone against the door? There's no reason for that. First off, so there's a place to hide a cut. But then as he opens the door, there's a complete blackness through the whole goddamn scene. And then as the camera pans in, it's a dissolve. It's a dissolve to color. Like there's a transition here. It's not just a clip that's been cut. It's like a full 8 clip transition into this space. So of course his friend is no longer in this room. So that's where the cut is. His friend was in the hallway, in the bathroom area. He bounced the ball, and because he focused on the ball for long enough, his friend was able to go all the way into the back and close the door, jiggle the doorknob. When he gets to the back, they open the door, he opens the door, and then there's two prominent places where you can put a cut. Okay? That's that clip. Debunked. And now we have this video. This video reportedly shows a bathroom ghost.
Yeah, this is what I came home to. I'm literally only going to...
Fucking terrible actor. Let me just say he's a terrible actor. I know I was milking it in the beginning, telling everybody that he seemed genuine, but that was just the hook. My real opinion is that he's a terrible actor.
Behind me.
So he goes to the back. He finds the sarcophagus. He thinks he's saying, if my roommates are playing a prank on me, that's not very funny. Also, he says roommates, but it's very clearly a 1-bedroom basement apartment, unless he's renting with his roommates upstairs and they just gave him the whole basement. But there are people on the premises that would help him with his paranormal videos. That's what I'm trying to get at there.
They're trying to pull a prank. This is
But check this out.
hell of a prank.
So the tap turns on. For some reason, instead of turning left, he's facing this way, right? He's facing to the left. The tap turns on, and instead of going left, the shorter distance, the distance that you would turn, he turns all the way around to the right so that he can add as much blur as possible so that he can hide a cut somewhere. Look at all that space. You can easily hide a cut there. And the reason why it would be like, that's probably the cut right there for all I know. That could be the cut right there for all I know. You see what I mean? He figured out a perfect way to make sure that there's no way that you can tell where the cut is, because all he has to do is just spin as fast as possible, and because of the frame rate of the camera, you can add a cut anywhere, because every frame is so drastically different from the last one.
Oh, hell nah. Hell to the...
And then of course you can add another cut there, which he did. Right there. Ooh, spooky face. Or maybe he didn't. You know? Like, not that he didn't. That's where he hid the cut. I just can't tell which frame has the cut. Like, that's another good place to put a cut. Every time he moves quickly past something is a place where he can stick a cut. So as long as he moves the camera quick enough, you won't see it. I think this is the frame where he hid the cut, because there's duplicating things. So I think he's got the cuts so that every time he moves really fast, all he has to do is just do a J cut, like an overlapping cut, or an L cut, sorry, or something, whatever. He can overlap it, and then he can like do a transition, like a dissolve transition every single time. Like, there's nothing to it. So that clip debunked, in my opinion. I don't know if you're gonna choose to allow me to debunk it like that, but I've debunked like all the clips so far, so just take my word for it that that's also debunked. Next clip. So we're gonna go through this. I already showed this to you earlier, but here's the full version of it with the audio and everything. So the cupboard door is open. When the cupboard door opens, am I actually going back? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. When you see this cupboard door gyrate, like whatever, the tap turns on. But when the tap turns on, the scene shifts. Check here. Let's see where else. Okay, well, okay, that's fine. Just look at the toothbrush head, and then look at this stuff here. That stuff shifts. See, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'll just go. See how the toothbrush? Oops. See how the toothpaste and the toothbrush? I keep doing that. It all shifts. It's two different scenes. It's been layered on top of each other. The sink is independent. The sink has been cut in. Look at the coloration of this area on the sink. It's been edited. It like raises up. It's not placed correctly. You can see, right? You can see that, like the whole scene dips. Like, look at this whole area here. Watch that between these two. See what I'm saying? The whole counter shifts down, like the camera has been moved. Let's go to the end. Sink turns off. What is this, friggin' amateur hour? Look at this. As soon as the sink turns off, I gotta get as close as possible because this is a 58-second clip. 59-second clip. Like, do you see how egregious that is? Look at this whole area right here. As we go from frame to frame. Look at the color here. Like, I'm thinking like, I don't know, some fucking wonky ass. This whole area shifts. So he tells us in one of his clips, he says there's no strings. There's no strings. Nobody's hiding in the cupboards, nothing like that. There doesn't have to be fucking strings. We don't have to find the goddamn string. All we have to do is just find the glaring editing issue, and that's good enough for us. We don't need to describe exactly how it happens, just proof that you faked it, and that's what we found. So, fuck you. The Willow Project, debunked. Hit that goddamn subscribe button. Deuce, I gotta go pick up my wife from work.